सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। All the attempts made to fulfill the desires lands you in disappointment. It'll appear as though every desire is getting close to fulfillment, almost fulfilled. Almost fulfillment it is. The moment you get the desire close to fulfillment and not getting fulfilled, if it is far away from fulfillment, at least you can have the hope. One day it will. You see, one day it will, because the hope is still there. That hope is what we call as desire. The hope of that fulfillment which is going to happen in future is called a desire. But when it's so close and it is not fulfilled, our dear delights are often such, exposed to view but not to touch. The sight of foolish heart in flames, we long for pineapples and flames. Beautiful poetry. The hopeless wish, one looks and lingers, one breaks the glass and cuts his fingers. But they whom truth and wisdom lead can gather honey from a weed. Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. Hopeless wish, one looks and lingers. Tamas is only wishing. Things will happen in future, in future, in future, in future. A Rajasic person cannot, because it is so close, yet it is far. So he can't contain himself. So he breaks the rules to reach to the pineapple, but in the process, he bleeds. It's a rushing. And he can go to any extent, breaking the lala. Breaking means what? If you see, breaking the law, don't take it as, there is some rule there, break. It's your thought process. How did this World War II came to an end? Anybody? World War II.
Hitler invaded.
That's not the end of. Huh? Sorry?
They dropped the atomic bomb and then came there.
Correct. They dropped the bomb, right? US. See, if they want to drop a bomb, they should have done in Tokyo. Go all the way. Better drop in Tokyo and go no. Breaks the glass. What is breaking the glass? Not dropping the bomb. In a war, you'll drop bombs, correct? But then you choose. Have you ever heard of those two cities?
Nagasaki.
It's not a town actually. It's not a city also. It's just a town. You see, Hiroshima, Nagasaki was not known at all. You see, it's like in the international map, Hubli, who will talk about? Karnataka now, two names will come, maximum three names will come. Correct? Internationally, anybody want to understand about Karnataka, they will talk about three places: Bangalore, Mysore, Mangalore. Correct? Why Mangalore? Mangalore only because there is a port. If there is no port, na Mangalore also not. Mysore only because of palace. Bangalore because of traffic. All. Now, if you want to attack, you better attack Tokyo, no? Why did they choose to drop? First bomb was dropped on 6th April, if I'm correct. Already the one atom bomb was dropped. 3 days later on 9th, again another atom bomb dropped. So either you drop both on 6th. On 6th, when it is dropped, the whole world could recognize the destruction caused by that. If they are so concerned, what they should have done? Stop with that, no? Or if they want to establish their superpower, they could have proved, that's all. Why did they do on 9th again? This is called breaking the glass. As a country. Then you can taper down. Because if I give personal example, we are in trouble. This is a known one. So I can talk about. Breaks the glass and cuts his fingers. You break the glass. To establish what? A superpower. Not a war they have ever won. US has never won a war. And US had never fought a war in their land. In a superpower. Huh? Only loans you have. What else you have? Breaks the glass. That craving, that desire to get it, you will go to any extent. That's the power of it. The power of desire. I have no idea. And we simply entertain desires. I am safe, sir. I don't have much desires. Everyone thinks that. Because for every one of us, our desire looks very justified, normal. Obviously, country means it should become superpower, no? Correct? It's justified. Any desire of yours will appear perfectly justified to you. You can bracket it in any way. It will land you in destruction. It will not do any good to you. Frustration alone will be the one. And you cannot eliminate sorrow from fulfillment of a desire. Now we think by fulfilling a desire, I can get rid of all my sorrows, all my misery, all my problems can be solved only if my desire can be fulfilled. What is breaking the glass? You will go to the extent of suffocating those who you call as yours to fulfill your desires. You will suffocate Paradox. You suffocate people who you consider as the most important to you. You see, those who you feel, yes. Classic one we say, it is the, if you see a monkey is stuck in the flood, and the water is increasing. It will hold the young one above. Once it comes to the nose level for the monkey, you know what it will do? It will put the monkey and the young one under down, it will stand on top of that. That's what they do in a flood. So long as it is fine, now it'll say what? All your love and affection that you claim, concern that you claim, all this is till what? Water coming up to your neck. Great. The moment water comes slightly above that, you will suffocate the same person. Adam breaking the glass. Says, he just makes one beautiful statement. Breaks the glass and cuts his fingers. You break the glass. Now, what is breaking the glass? You suffocate people around you. Who you suffocate is the people who you believe as you are serving. You believe you are serving them. You want to serve them. And you are so concerned about them. And you do all the sacrifices in your life only for their happiness, fulfillment, joy. Finally land in what? Suffocating the very same person. What a paradox. Life is amazing. How paradoxical we get. It's fascinating here. Rajas. Tamas is even worse actually. You don't care. You are so indifferent to people, indifferent to others' emotions, you are indifferent to others' needs. I don't care. I want coffee. Midnight, 2 o'clock, the fellow wants coffee. He will wake up his wife and say, make coffee and bring. She has to go, prepare coffee, come and give. And the fellow will drink that coffee and go to sleep. Now this lady can't sleep now. Her sleep is gone now, disturbed. So it will take another 45 minutes for her to get back to that sleep. Which means 1 hour sleep is gone. And whole day she has to work. It's a real story, eh? I'm not telling you a casual one. One of my uncle was like that. Wake up my aunt, night 2 o'clock, fast asleep. He'll say, I want coffee. Doesn't care about the others are sleeping. This lady is sleeping. Oh, what are you going to achieve by drinking coffee now? 2 o'clock, what are you going to do? After having coffee, he goes to sleep. It's not that he is going to sit and do some research work is there, so he has to get to get back to alertness. Therefore, he wants to have some coffee. Nothing of that sort. He's not doing any work or anything. He drinks coffee and goes to sleep. And then this lady will work for another half an hour. 5 minutes. We ask her, why so much of noise? I'm not getting a sleep, so what to do? So I'll do some work at least so that I can sleep again. And then by 3 o'clock, she goes to sleep. Again, by 4:30, he has to wake up. It's not one day, eh? Huh? 65 years. 65 years doing. Unbelievable. And this lady does even today. I thought something wrong with her actually. It's amazing, I say. Impossible quality. Both of them. Extreme sattva and extreme tamas. Good combination. Fellow, 2 o'clock. After it's not that he would not even ask her to prepare decoction and keep. If she keeps decoction, he says that's old. It should be fresh decoction. What do you tell him? Tamas. You suffocate. Who you suffocate? And he goes on claiming that I'm doing everything totally for this one, that one, and all that. And that lady was met with an accident. She is hospitalized. In the hospital, they're asking for a card, for of course they have Mediclaim and all that, but initially got to pay, no. They're asking for a card, for this debit card, bank debit card. This fellow refused to give. His husband. I don't know what to call that character. Amazing. I couldn't believe it. I said, maybe he was not having it. And his son got, really angry with me. What do you think? I'm lying to you or what? A younger fellow. Because he was not having with him. The fellow is getting pension, he has money. Give that card, no, we'll return that money, man. But you have to admit her in the hospital. This fellow didn't give the card. Admit that wife, who is, what character is that? Indifference to the extreme indifference. It's unbelievable indifference. Things. At least if the lady was not serving him or, he is all constantly fighting and waiting when she will die. They justified at least. Even then it is not. At least something we can say. Imagine a person who has served this fellow like this. And she has to be admitted in the hospital and this fellow is refusing to give the card to admit her. I don't know what to call that as. Not tamas. What is tamas? Rajasana breaks the glass. You suffocate people. You don't care about it. It is impossible that you can fulfill your desires without suffocating people around you. You can call it as achievement. They themselves may be feeling that it is great because you have got certain things. But remember the rule, the law of life is this. You can't change, I can't change. If you move towards fulfillment of your desires, it is impossible that you will go ahead and fulfill your desires without suffocating people around you. No desire of yours will get fulfilled like that. If you are not focusing on fulfillment of desires, or if you do not want to suffocate people around you, then you cannot fulfill your desire. Sometimes there's a possibility that people around you may feel okay for that. The suffocation is okay for me, they may think. Most of them, they say yes. That's why they say, if behind every man's achievement, there's a woman. We have to put within bracket what? Suffocated woman. Only thing is what? She is not expressing it. She is not showing it up. See, she doesn't show that. But then suffocation will be there. It's suffocated. Claustrophobic they feel. That's why we never go for, even in prayers, if you see, all our prayers are in general. No prayer is for me. See, the first prayer that is taught to a child is, first mantra taught, Upadesha given to the child is Gayatri Mantra. May our intellect be strengthened. That's prayer. See, may our intellect, not my intellect. See, who's doing the prayer now? This boy is doing the prayer. When the boy is doing the prayer, he should pray for what? Let my intellect be strengthened. No, that's not the prayer. The prayer is, may our intellect be. Everything we conclude, everything gets concluded with Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Let there be peace for everyone in the Loka. Inclusivity comes. Imagine, let everybody happy, everybody prosperous. Let everyone be, then what are you then? If all of us are going by walk, no difference. Imagine all of us are having Mercedes. Imagine all of us are having Rolls Royce. What difference does it make? Huh? You and me become one and the same, no? Whether both of us walk, both of us go by Mercedes, both of us go by Rolls Royce, and every house has a helicopter. Imagine everybody has got their own helicopter. And some houses, there are 2 helicopters there. Drivers, they take to buy, vegetables and all that, they take, Rolls Royce. Everybody's house. Will you feel fulfilled? Remember, all your desires fulfillment is what? I have to be one up. Only then it is. Imagine every child in the class had to get 100 out of 100 on everything. What will you keep as a cutoff mark then? You have to claim that, my son is studying in, my son is working in some big company in a big position. I have a big house than yours. Only then I feel fulfilled. Imagine my house, your house, your house, all houses look same. Everybody has a house. No difference. Like that the prayer is. Why they have kept all prayers as general prayer? Because desires will be particular. Desires will say what? Only I should get it. I should get it first. Then others can get it. That's okay. But I should be the first one to get it. I should be one up. Only then fulfillment is possible. Otherwise, you will never feel fulfilled. You have to feel that. Rajas. To counter that rajas only, they introduce these prayers. Counter that full, desiring tendency of the mind. The prayer got introduced. So make it general. So it gets liquidated slowly. Yes.
So, sorry, two questions. One is this suffocation.
Hmm.
Is it that when I'm trying to achieve my desire, I will be suppressing somebody else's desire? Is that suffocation?
Yes.
That is the.
You have to suppress them.
Ah.
They will have some desire or the other.
So
And my
forcefully
desire
they
gets priority. See, I will have other priorities in my life, but for you, I should be the only priority. Now, rule is what? Very simple. I will have priorities, but for you, like any one of you who don't come to class, do you inform me? See, when I come to class, if I don't come to class, if I don't inform you, all of you will think what? You should be told, no? Huh? Conveniently, you people take a position of what? When you are absent, you don't even inform me. Imagine I also do the same. You will never know whether class is there or not. If you come, you will know. You should do that, I think. Next to 1 year, no announcements. You have to come and see. If the class is on, class is on. If class is not there, it is not there. Go back. Because when I come here, I come for every one of you, no? Your assumption is what? That's not my problem, sir. That's yours. It's not tamas. Assumption. In fact, you should take permission. There's a difference between a student and a teacher. Isn't it? Leave letter you give, no, in school. Do you give a leave letter here? So every class I come, I have to check who is there today, who's not there. You wanted to study about Gunatraya Vibhagya. Ella tamas. You're indifferent towards the class where you are learning about it. There is a chance for you to, have sattva in any other areas. Here, if you are tamasik, is there a chance that you will be sattvic in any other place? Impossible. That's why I say, point blank, I say all tamasik fellows. Why? It's nothing to do with whether I enjoy, I don't care. If nobody is there, I will go back. That's all my problem. See, because the equation is very simple. When Krishna spoke, there is only one fellow attending. Original. If I have more than one anale, I am a one up than Krishna. Krishna should be jealous. Hey, my God, you have two fellows in your class. When I gave original Gita, only one fellow attended. That also, the fellow half asleep. Right? At least in your class, a few fellows are there at least. You are far better. This tamas, these gunas, dangerous ones. This rajas and tamas. And the tragedy is everyone is a combination. It's not that, you will not find a human who is 100% sattvic, 100% Rajasic, 100% Tamasic. There's no such thing. So what is every one? Every one is a combination. Because the moment any one quality were to go to 100%, it can no longer stand as a quality, it transcends into something else. See? Waking state, dream state, deep sleep state. Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti. And then what? Turiyam. Right. Turiyam means what? Turiyam is 4. Right. It's just a number. It's not a state. Turiyam is not a state. A state of consciousness, now it's only 3. Waking state of consciousness, dream state of consciousness, deep sleep state of consciousness. To indicate something which is not any one of these things, they gave it a number, not a name. You're all with me? Brilliant fellows. See, they could have given another name, no? You're all following? Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti. They could have given another name, no? To the state which is beyond these 3 states. There is a 4th state. There's another state. They could have given another name for it. They did not give name. Suddenly they switched over to number. It's a very subtle switchover. Which is what? It is none of the before. What follows has no connection to so far what it was. So far it has been what? Guna, guna, guna. Now it is something which is no gunas, any one of these things. Guna atita, transcend the gunas. That's your original state. Your original state is that gunaless state. And how come you have come to this condition is a fall of human. See, that's a great fall. And that's what he is explaining here. Yes. Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. All these 3 qualities exist in you, and all 3 will exist in everyone. Then how this heterogeneity, variety comes? The variety is because of the proportion, combination. Permutation combination of this 3 gunas is what is creating the difference. Otherwise, all same, he says. We are doing 10th verse, right? Verse 10, no? Sattva arises having predominated over Rajas and Tamas, O Bharata. And Rajas over Sattva and Tamas, even so Tamas over Sattva and Rajas. So when we say a person is a sattvic person, what is the meaning? Sattva is predominating at that point. As a whole person, he is sattvic. That means most of the time Sattva predominates in his personality. He is a Rajasic fellow. Means what? Most of the time Rajas surfaces. Tamasic. Most of the time Tamas is surfacing. So it is just a question of predominance. Anytime the one guna predominates over the other 2 gunas. This is the nature of the guna. All of us have all 3 gunas. Right? Rule number one. Rule number two, at any given point of time, one guna will predominate over the other gunas, other two, at any given time. So, in a day, in a week, in a month, in a year, in one lifetime, you have to see which is predominating over the other two. So, in a day, you have to see which guna is predominating. You have to take that as the person. That doesn't mean he is devoid of other two. There is rajas in him, there is tamas in him. So, therefore, he is reiterating the gunas again now. Next three verses, he is going to reiterate this three gunas again. How those gunas manifest. How can you recognize a sattvic person? How can you recognize a rajasic person? How can you recognize a tamasic person? So, sattvic person means what? Right now, sattva surfaced, other two dormant. That's sattvic. Rajasic, rajas manifested, sattva, tamas dormant. This is the meaning of sattvic, rajasic, tamasic. So now he is going into the explanation of how sattvic person will live, rajasic person will live, tamasic person will live. Right? Yes.
Last time you told that the guna to surface, three aspects of the food consumed,
Something I will say. I don't know what I said.
swabhava, and one more thing.
Action. Action. Immediate action.
What did I say?
For
What
a
is
guna to surface,
Yes. Yeah, correct. See, the guna to surface, at what point one guna will predominate, we said, no? Under what condition that will happen? Right. First condition, we start from the most remote. The most remote condition is the food that you consume. And remember, the food that you consume has an immediate say over the lower gunas, not the higher gunas. The food that you consume will express rajas and tamas. That is possible. Sattva will not surface because you are eating certain foods which are considered as sattvic food. You see, like nuts and all is considered as sattvic food. So just because you are having nuts doesn't mean sattva will manifest in you. Not necessarily. Whereas this pungent and other food are tamasic food, intoxicating food. So when you drink, right, what will happen? The tamas in you will surface. So the influence of the food, even in the scriptures, all examples they have given examples of only the food that you have consumed triggered the lower guna. You will not find a single example in the Shastra where a person consumed a sattvic food, sattva guna surfaced in him immediately. Never. Like one of the very popular example they give in the Shastras is this. It seems one guru who is a sannyasi of a king. A king had invited the guru to the palace. Hanuman said, "No, yeah, what I'm going to do there? No, there is a function there where I'm celebrating my birthday. So you must come and bless me and this, that, and all that." And the man said, "It's okay, I'll come." So he went. And this sannyasi is known for his renunciation. He went there. And he had a lunch. After lunch, they said, take rest and then go. So he took rest. And in the guest room, the king had come to see the guru. And when he is prostrating and he is walking away, one of his, diamond necklace fell off. And the king didn't register. He just, walked away. And this man saw that. I took the necklace and put it in his pocket and came away. And after 1 hour, 2 hours, they started searching for the necklace. It was searched and searched and searched. And finally, they asked him, where all you were, where all you went, where all this. Finally, he said, yeah, I went to see the guru in the guest house. He's there. Maybe we'll go and check there. He said, what nonsense. Was there? Maybe it would have fallen. No. It's not that he is going to be taking, but just wanted to check there. So they went to the guest house. They saw there, missing. It's not there. And the guru also, not there. Right. What to do now? And we wanted to check. So the minister said, we'll ask that guru. No, maybe he would have seen somewhere. We're not suspecting he would have taken, sir, but maybe he could have, seen. Maybe can be gone. Okay, it's too gross to go and ask him. It's no, the king said. Then finally the ministers, convinced him. He said, sir, inquiry only, no, sir. We are not accusing him or anything. It's just going to inquire. So next day, they decided to go. And these ministers go there and they're preparing all the, horses, because ministers now, they don't straight away go, no. Security has to be there, this has to be there, and all the arrangements are going on. And they saw that Swami walking. He came back. Even when you invite, he will not come. Now he is coming on his own. They're all surprised. And the guru came and he took out that necklace and gave to the king. And the king was with the pride, he was looking at all the ministers. See, something he is going to teach us. Maybe that, he wanted us to expose how much we are worried about all this materialities and all this. Whole day you fellows are occupied with all that is there in the look. And that Guru looked at the king and he is looking at the ministers. And the ministers looking at the king and looking at them. He understood what's going on. The Guru said, "O king, I got a thought of stealing it yesterday. I stole it and took it away with me. He was joking. You must be joking. You wanted to protect all these ministers. That's why you are saying all this. I know how generous you are. How much you want to. Maybe you have registered that. I got angry with these ministers. I may punish them. So you don't want to punish them. It is no chance, sir. You will not take all this. How many times I have given so many things to you which you have rejected? Now you think you are going to be falling for this one necklace? No. I got a thought. I did it. I have come back now only to confess. And I wanted to investigate and figure out how I got that thought. Why I got the thought. The king couldn't understand what's going on. He said, I want to investigate. Oh, call all these fellows. Called all these fellows. Cooks. All the cooks, they came. Sir, what is this? What is this? Who cooked for my food? Because, they have to be cooked separately. They don't get this normal cooking, So this is to be cooked separate. And this man said, sir, I am the one the chief cook. He came. He's a very good fellow. He said, no, I'm the one who did your food, sir. You? Yes, sir. I prepared the rice. I prepared the sambar. I prepared the rasam. All that was done by me personally. I didn't even keep attendance with me. Chopping the vegetables, I only did it. This, I only did it. Oh, rice? He asked. Rice I took from another one, not from the general lot. Call these fellows. Which stock you took? He showed that bag, rice bag. A minister looked at the king. Everybody looked at each other, understood what is going on, sir. What is it? These rice bags were confiscated from those people who smuggled it. It's a confiscated from them. Because in those days, the most precious one was rice. The most expensive one will not. You know how coffee came to India? You know that, no? Coffee doesn't belong to India. You know that, no? How coffee came to India? Huh? You don't know history also. World War II, I ask, you don't know. Coffee, drinking coffee, you drink. Maya's coffee, MTR coffee, you drink. You don't know the history. Smuggled. You know, came into India, smuggled in a bamboo stick. The fellow brought those seeds packed inside. So everyone thought, he's bringing a stick. That's all it is. Because in those days, the most precious one is the seed. See, will not be allowed. From one place to another place, they will not allow this to go from this side to that side. Because the most precious one that is, those days. And these fellows have smuggling. And this is confiscated from the smuggler. Now that Guru says, I understand how I got the thought. From the smuggler, you take the rice, you cook the rice, you eat the rice, you get the same quality. Very good. If that is the case, then why not from an honest man you take rice, you eat that rice, you become honest person? Does that happen? That will not happen. The story, it's a long story, only for that one idea. Such a big story we give for that one thought. So, guna will come in by the food that you consume. That is why the cooking, the food that you consume should not be cooked by another person. All of us are supposed to eat the food that is cooked by oneself. Swayambhaka, they say. Self-cooking. No other party cooking. Which is impossible, no? Then they said, yes, sir, there are 3 exceptions for that. Exception is only 3. First one, mother. If mother cooks, who is other than you? If mother cooks and gives, you can eat. No problems. If your wife cooks and gives, you can eat. There's no problem. The third one is a difficult one. No daughter. Don't think immediately, okay, daughter cooking, not, that is not allowed. Because you can't trust daughters. So you can't eat. disciple cooks and gives. A disciple can cook and give. That is allowed. Either you do self-cooking, or else you have to take the food that is given by the mother, wife, or a Shishya. A Shishya can cook for the Guru and give. That is allowed. Allowed to consume. Anything other than these four, either self-cooking, if that is not, these three cooking allowed. Why not? Because the bhavana with which the person cooks gets into the food. And that gets transmitted to the person who is consuming the food. Right. And you go on the hotel and eat. You have no clue with what attitude the fellow cooked. Cursing the fellows. Too much of order today. These fellows, I don't know, Saturday, none of these fellows, stay in the house. Swiggy, you order in the rain. And the fellow had to bring in the rain. You think he's going to come happy? He's bringing the food for you. He is frustrated only. Cursing everyone on the road, cursing the rain, cursing. He comes and delivers. Have a nice day. Give 5-star rating, sir. And you consume the food. What you will get? Sattva will not grow. Tamas only will grow. See, sattvic food. But the contrary will never happen. This is one. Another quality, another dimension, another property where this guna surfaces is the immediate action that you are doing. You see, like if you read Ramatirtha, for another 15 minutes you will behave like Ramatirtha. Like in those days they used to say, don't start a quarrel with a fellow who is coming out of cinema theater. Bruce Lee movie. They come out. No? You watch that Bruce Lee movie. They come out. You see them walking, they're talking. And for how long now? Till they go to the cycle stand. It takes a cycle, goes home. Nothing more than that. That impact is there for some time. Similarly, you read Ramatirtha, you read, Vivekananda, you read, people like that. That influence will be there for some period. It depends upon how much you can take in. But it will be there for some time. That influence is there. Exactly like when an iron piece goes closer to the magnet. So long as it is within that magnetic field, this will also develop that magnetism in it. But the moment you take it out of the magnetic field, what happens? All the magnetism that it had is gone. Same way, that immediate action that you are doing has a direct say on which guna surfaces. Second point. Then what did I say? 3 points I gave. Okay, third point. That's right. Usually what I do is I'll say there are 3 points in it and then I'll think. Sometimes I'll say there are 5 dimensions to it. Then I have to think of 5 dimensions and give. See, it's not that there are 5 dimensions. See, we'll simply say something and then, make it up. That's why I'm checking. What did I say? That's all. 3 points I gave, no? Third dimension is the swabhava. Swabhava means the past feeding of that particular guna. See, a particular guna when it is surfacing, you feed it by acting on that, which is what is known as karma. See, It's karma, action. So when that in the past, when the sattva guna surfaces, you fed that, you acted on that sattva, means the sattva guna gets more stronger. So next time when it comes back to the surface, it will come back with that extra strength. Again, when you feed, it becomes more stronger. Same role goes to rajas, tamas. Tamas comes, tamas surfaces, you feed the tamas, you become more tamasic, meaning more chance of the tamas to suppress sattva and rajas and come to the surface because it has inherent strength in it. That inherent strength that the guna has is what is known as swabhava. That particular guna has been fed by you in the past. That's what we call as karma. So one is immediate action, another one is aggregate of your past actions. So in the three, the most prominent one is the swabhava. Then mediocre influence is your immediate action. The food that you consume has a least influence. Nevertheless, it has an influence. You can't say it is zero. Zero influence. It has an impact. The impact is on what? Impact is only with reference to the lower guna getting more opportunity to surface. That's about it. So you keep a rotten apple in the basket of good apples. It will never happen that all the good apples will get together and convert the rotten apple into a good apple. That is not possible. Whereas that one rotten apple can destroy all the other good. That is possible. The reverse not possible. Same way, the tamasic food that you consume will trigger the tamas in you to surface. The rajasic food will trigger rajas to surface. But the sattvic food will not trigger sattva to surface. That is the law. Beautiful that is. Oh, what a keen observation they must have had. That is why when he was explaining in the 17th chapter about the three types of food, sattvic food, rajasic food, tamasic food, you will find the construction will change of the verses. Beautiful construction. Tamasic food, you will say, this type of food makes you tamasic. This food makes you rajasic. Then what should be the next one? This food makes you sattvic. No, that's not what he says. Sattvic, eat this food. Amazing one. Repeat. This food, tamasic. This food, rajasic. Sattvic will eat this food. What is the meaning? By eating that food, you don't become sattvic. But this tamasic food and rajasic food, by eating that, you are giving tamas and rajas more opportunity to manifest. And then you have a tendency to act on whatever is on surface. Thereby, you are feeding it. You see, not directly. Then it is no need to worry about all these things. Straight away, we can give you tabular column. Breakfast, you eat this. Lunch, you eat this. Dinner, you eat this. Morning snack, evening snack, you have these two. All of you will become sattvic. This is a superstitious belief. Sattvic food will make you sattvic. No. That doesn't mean rajasic food will not make you rajasic. Rajasic food will make you rajasic. Tamasic food will make you tamasic. But sattvic food will not make you sattvic. என்ன சார் ஓர வச்சு பாரபட்சம் பேசு. There's a difference. Taratamyam is there. There's a difference. Right? It's clear.
So, what was the second condition? First condition was for
Immediate action. Example, reading Ramtirtha or Vivekananda. You read Vivekananda, you will be charged with, I'm going to serve the world. For how long? 15 minutes. Till you finish your coffee. Allah will go. But for that 15 minutes, what are you now? You are in that state of unselfishness. After that, it will disappear. Second one is the immediate action. Yes.
You said once the person guna becomes 100%, it turns into something else. So, with respect to tamas, rajas, and sattvic, what are those 100% present states?
We don't know what is the 100%. 100% you go, you transport yourself into a next, something else, which is called as guna atita. Guna atita means transcended guna. He has crossed. He has crossed all the gunas, not that one particular guna. Remember, he has transcended all the gunas. So you bring any one guna to 100%. If you become 100% rajasic, gunatita, 100% tamasic, gunatita, 100% sattvic, gunatita. But 100% rajasic, 100% tamasic is almost impossible for humans. Tamasic, it's not easy to be tamasic. You have to be sleeping all the time. Impossible. You'll wake up now. Even if you sleep for 10 hours, 12 hours, 14 hours, 16 hours also, you'll wake up somewhere. Why? Rajas is there in you. It will wake you. So you can never be 100% rajasic, 100% tamasic is not possible. But 100% sattva is possible, but it's very difficult. 100% rajas will look nice. 100% tamas will look even better, but it's impossible. I repeat, 100% sattva is possible, but it is difficult. 100% rajas, 100% tamas will look nice, but it's impossible. So therefore, in the spiritual lobbies, we never discuss you to promote rajas or tamas. You are always advised to promote only sattva. Why? Even though it is difficult, it's possible. But the other side is impossible. So don't waste your time in promoting rajas and tamas. Good. Meet next class.